God, look at the size of that duck. That duck's massive. Oh my God, look at the size of this horse. It's a duck-sized horse.
Hello and welcome to episode 47 of Duck-Sized Horses podcast, the comedy podcast which aims to answer the would you rather questions we hope you've always wanted answered. I'm Nathan Herat.
I'm Jack Glover.
Lovely to see you, sir.
Lovely to see you. It's been a while since we've done one of these.
It has.
I feel like we're getting into a habit now, or I'm getting into the habit of saying it's been a while since this and this. But thank you for sticking with.
Yeah, thank you for your patience.
Heard for the last one, which we recorded with Hannah.
We did.
Cheltenham.
Thank you, Hannah, for coming. That was lovely. When was that? November time, was it?
It was, but in the listener's mind, it could have been last year.
Exactly.
For all of. It was if it was November.
It was last year.
Good grief. Good grief. Anyway, how are you?
I'm very well. I've got a little bit of a cold,
Yeah.
so my voice is kind of a bit yodely and a bit Batman-y, and it's kind of going in and out. So this could be quite a fun half hour
Oh, that's fine.
of you just talking to yourself, essentially. I'll try.
That's all good.
It's all kind of lubricated with tea and lemon and honey, so fingers crossed I will survive the next...
Fingers.
Your fingers all right, mate? What's going on
there?
there?
That's me crossing all my fingers. You know,
blimey.
So for everybody
Mine-
at home, so this is my middle finger and index finger crossing,
Mine don't do that.
and the little finger and ring finger crossing as well. I could cross those as well, like a super cross.
I'd rather you didn't, mate. It's not...
That's pretty
It's-
gross
yeah,
looking, isn't it?
It was quite uncomfortable. Anyway, how are you? Sorry.
Yeah.
Other than your fingers, how are things?
Very good, huh? Very good. Yeah, busy as the long-time listeners will probably know, having not seen an episode of this
Yes.
for a while, or heard an episode of this for a while. But here we are.
Yeah, we're back.
I'm all groovy, all the better for being here, and we've got a stormer of a question.
We have. It's a belter. It's an absolute belter.
And we've got some minor changes to format.
We have got some minor changes. One of them we have already introduced around the contact details, but we'll remind you of that later.
Mm-hmm.
And the other one is to do with, this would usually be the part of the podcast where we talk about the scores. And it still is, so I don't know why I've introduced it like that.
No, but you will have already heard
You will have already heard.
this thing, this person, this
Yes,
enigma.
this thing will have already happened by the time you hear me explain it.
But we didn't decide it was a thing until
No.
very shortly ago.
Yeah, moments.
Nathan,
Yes, mate.
what is this thing?
Well, I'll try my best to explain it. So we now have a new system, I suppose, for the scoring, which is pretty much exactly the same as it was previously, bar one thing. So we have had guests tell us the score, but now we've changed it. So we've got this kind of inanimate being, is that the right phrase?
Mm-hmm.
That we are referring to as, shall I give the full name? And then
Yes.
the kind of acrostic
No,
poem.
I think the acrostic first of all.
Acrostic first of all. Okay, so it's called the horse,
The horse.
which is the human overhaul robotic scoring engine.
There we go.
I'd like to say we've not rehearsed that.
one more time.
So it's the horse, which stands for the human overhaul robotic scoring engine. So every episode, right at the beginning, when we get to the scores, we will hand over to the horse, and the horse will do its thing.
Let's hear from the horse now.
Let's go.
OMG, I can't believe I'm back after so long and now I finally have a name. Here's a fun fact: this has taken so long to release because once again Jack is an idiot and lost this episode. We've recorded 2x more in the time it's taken to find it. Anyway, the scores are currently 27 points to Nathan and 23 to Jack.
There we go. And
Very special.
yeah, I mean,
Magic.
yeah, there's a lot of talk at the moment about AI being the future of things and stuff, and taking over jobs and all of this. And the horse is exactly like that. We haven't decided that. It was all the horse.
Yeah, the horse turned up
Yeah.
just one day and took over.
Yeah,
But-
like Terminator. But,
Yeah, very much.
so it appeared. We were quite scared.
Just as oppressive.
It was quite. We were worried that we were going to get sort of like blown up.
Yeah.
But they just wanted to keep scoring podcasts.
They've just
so
got a passion for scoring.
Yeah.
So we are more than happy to accommodate that passion for the foreseeable.
thank you to the horse.
Thank you to the horse.
So with that,
Yeah.
let's dive into.
Are
a
you ready
question.
for this? It is a
I'm
belter.
ready.
It is a belter of a question. So, question 47. Would you rather have a ghost in your house that everyone can see except you, or be a ghost? Off you go, Mr. Glover.
I think I'd rather be a ghost, and it's for a very
Really? Okay.
very very simple reason. I'd get really annoyed if everybody else could see a ghost and I couldn't.
Yeah, that's true.
I'd have like a big case of it's called the FOMO, fear of missing out.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'd just be like constantly like, what are you gonna? What? Who are you talking to?
Yeah.
Oh, it's Dave. What?
Dave the ghost.
What does Dave want? Dave said that you can't have the last yogurt. Did Dave really say that?
Do you need Dave the ghost to say that?
Yeah. I'm gonna eat anyway. No, I wouldn't. He's gonna get very annoyed.
Yeah.
See, and immediately I'm getting wound up.
You do look quite cross.
Who's it for Dave to say? I
Yeah.
can't have that last yogurt. But yeah, it would
Okay.
it'd be frustrating.
Yes,
because
it would be annoying.
Plus, like things could get moved around the house, and like immediately you start to question, like if you put your keys down or your phone
Yeah.
down or your wallet or whatever, or the typical things you
Yeah.
lose,
Yeah, yeah.
and you'd be like, oh, where did I put that? Where did I put that? And then in the back of your head, you'd be like, it was Dave. Bet Dave moved it.
So, like, the ghost is actually sort of doing stuff within your house. It's not just like every time people come over,
Mhm.
they can see a ghost, like it pops up. It's
Oh, they
actually,
can see it. Yeah,
It's moving stuff as well, like when other people are not there, if you know what I mean.
yeah. Although I'm wondering now, if I can't see it,
Yeah.
would I be able to see stuff being moved?
Oh, that's a good question.
So
I would say yes, because you can see the thing that's being moved, even if you can't see the thing moving it.
Ah. Okay, so I'd know there was a ghost there, but
Yeah, you know.
everybody else can see
Yeah,
Dave.
Everyone can see
and
Dave.
communicate with Dave.
yeah, but you can't.
I
But you
can't.
can just see the havoc that he causes with your keys and stuff.
Can Dave communicate with me?
Oh, that's a good question.
So it's like maybe that's why he's so annoyed. Maybe that's why he's denying me yogurt, because from their point of view,
yeah,
it's just a one-way conversation.
true. But what I find staggering is why is Dave so annoyed about yogurt? Because I imagine ghosts don't really consume a lot of yogurt.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I do not know.
Yeah, so in terms of
They got to eat something.
yeah, I guess, but not with any
Actually, do
substance.
they?
No, I don't think they do.
No.
Famously, ghosts aren't really known for their cuisine, are they? I guess.
Well, in Casper, the Friendly Ghost,
Yeah,
there's a scene where they're eating all the food and it's just passing straight through.
Exactly,
them,
that's
but
why I
they're,
had
they're
in my mind.
still enjoying it.
but they're not getting any of the like nutrients and
No,
benefits of it.
but they're still going for it. So why
yeah,
go for
why
the effort
not?
of going for it? So surely they can taste.
Maybe they're getting the flavour of the yogurt without the substance.
Hmm.
I feel like we may be focusing on the yogurt too much
I
here.
think
Anyway,
so,
yeah,
yeah.
so your initial question was about whether you can communicate with.
Yeah. So
How do you like traditionally? How have people communicated with ghosts? Is it Ouija boards or is that? Am I?
yeah, I
misremembering.
think that's a thing. I think it's all make believe. But
Oh, that is very much your own opinion
um,
and mine actually, but still.
it's that's one way. Or
So, yeah.
seances, that's another thing, isn't it? Where
Maybe you
you
would
hold hands in a circle with a candle.
Yeah, just a regular Friday night for me. That. I reckon maybe you do communicate with them, but through the sort of, I don't want to say cliche, but like the traditional way, so like a Ouija board or a seance, rather than directly just being like, "All right, Dave." Like I feel like
Oh,
you'd
I
have
see,
to
yeah.
kind of, because then if you're able,
But everybody else,
everyone
is
can just go straight. Because I feel like if you're communicating with him directly, you're almost seeing him.
very true.
So, which is not the sort of ramifications of the
So-
question.
So every time I need a hand with something, I've got to get Derek Cora around
Yeah,
to
as you often do. Yeah, so you'd need like I was going to say a third man, but like a middleman to help
Yeah.
you kind of communicate through. Yeah, so Derek Akora, or
a medium.
that's the word.
Yeah, not
That's
middle person.
middle person, medium.
medium.
Well, that is medium. Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, so you'd need a medium to help you, but you'd know he was there, but you just wouldn't be able to see him and know exactly where. Very much like Jaws, the bit when they know the shark's there.
Yeah,
I think it would be very similar.
precisely like Jaws.
Yeah. Very much like that, I think.
Okay.
You'd know he was about, but not when he's going to pop out and what he's going to do exactly.
I got you. Right. So, yeah. So I think I'd rather be a ghost
Okay.
for that reason, because it seems like a lot of faff.
It does seem like a lot of faff.
Plus, if you're a ghost, then you can be the faff,
Yeah, yeah.
and you don't have to worry. Like you could just do your own thing.
Would you know?
You can pass through walls. You can.
Would you know you were a ghost?
Ooh.
So would you wake up and think, hang on, I feel a bit
Ooh.
dodgy today, bit off colour,
Yeah.
and realise you're a ghost? Or would you assume you're the same, your
Yeah,
usual self?
How would it start? Would you sort of like
That
get,
was
get up
yeah,
and you'd look back in your bed to make it,
yeah.
and you go, oh, hang on, I'm still there.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's a very bleak way to start the day.
What's going on here?
Yeah,
Oh, whoops.
yeah,
I yeah, you've got to know you're a ghost,
So,
surely.
yeah,
'cause
so you already know you're a
must,
ghost.
There must be like a couple of like clues there.
Yeah.
Like a classic one, yeah, being able to pass through a solid object.
yeah,
Like you might sort of just be walking along one day, having not realised you're a ghost at this point,
yeah,
and walk straight through a lamppost into, like, instead of straight into a lamppost,
Yeah.
like you got your head down looking at your phone or whatever,
yeah.
and you're like, oh, hang on, did I just? And then you go back to check, and you're like, I can go through this.
Yeah,
Oh, I'm a ghost. Oh, well, this is a turn for the books.
yeah.
No wonder all this food I've been eating hasn't been touching the sides. Literally not touching
No.
the sides.
Straight in, straight out. So you realise you're a ghost. One morning, you've woken up and you've realised you're a ghost. Jack the ghost.
Mhm.
What is the first thing you're going
Rolls
to
off
do?
the tongue there, doesn't
It
it?
does Jack the Ghost. Yeah. What's the first thing are you going straight for the kind of Scooby-Doo style haunting people, or are you just going to crack on with your day and embrace just being a ghost, or are you what would you want to do first? Straight away, what are you doing?
There's a couple of things that I think could be quite fun just to sort of try out. So yeah, running through walls could be quite a good one, because you could,
Of course.
you could go into bits like, it's like getting to go behind doors where it's like, it says like staff only,
Yeah.
and things like that. Which spoiler alert, having been through a few of those doors, nothing exciting is behind any door
No.
ever. It's like a service area,
Yeah.
maybe like a box or two, but
Yeah.
it never goes anywhere exciting. Maybe a makeshift office,
Yeah.
and a poorly lit computer,
Yeah.
and that's it. But you could go and investigate. You could walk into like a bank vault.
Yeah.
You could sneak into the cinema without paying.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's lots of possibilities there.
Okay.
So that could be quite good. Plus, you have the additional bonus, which is almost like a superpower of being able to fly if you're a ghost.
Yes, this is true.
So you could float around places.
Yeah.
And then I guess, yeah, get up to mischief and get haunting.
Yeah.
Get start moving things around again. Being the faff.
Yeah. Being the faff.
Being the nuisance. So you could, I don't know, I think you'd want to like be sort of like a friendly ghost.
Okay, so you'd be
Not-
like jovial.
Yeah, not like one of the sort of like creepy horror
Yeah.
ghosts or anything.
No.
It would have to be sort of like little kind of like pranks.
Okay.
Almost like I guess like a poltergeist, but not like
Okay.
scary or too over the top.
Yeah.
So I don't know, like making a candle float, or
Okay. Yeah.
levitating a cup of tea across the thing. That sort of thing, or nothing is going to sort of like get people a bit too like, okay, this
Yeah.
is something funny's going on here.
Yeah, it would freak me out a bit.
Although I think they probably would have that reaction to start off with, but after a while,
But, oh, it's Jack again.
there he is, floating his tea across the room.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that could be quite fun.
Yeah.
Plus, you could like befriend the Ghostbusters.
Oh, okay.
In that situation as well.
Yeah.
So they've got their ghost. I think in the films he's a bit more of a nuisance.
Yeah.
But in the cartoon, the Ghostbusters had Slimer, the sort of like green,
Okay.
like he was kind of like a bit of a grubby sidekick.
Okay.
So you just go and like slime stuff, and
Yeah.
he could be
That sounds great.
Yeah, he could be Slimer, and then he'd sort of help you catch all the bad ghosts. So I could help the Ghostbusters catch all the bad ghosts.
So you'd actually use it for good, like
Yeah.
to sort people out a bit.
And I could be like the go-between. I could be the
Yeah.
ghost medium.
Yes, what a good idea.
Yeah. So I could sort of be like, guys, stop haunting Barbara.
Good name choice.
Yeah, she's got a lot going on anyway. Can you just?
She doesn't need it.
Yeah. But I think to be a ghost,
Yeah.
you need some unfinished business. Is that? Am I right in understanding that you need like there's something because
Yeah, I know what you're getting at.
Kind
yeah.
of like in between. So like there's stuff you still need to accomplish on Earth, and that's
Okay.
why
you haven't gone the full.
Yeah, so that's why you're the ghost.
Okay.
So yeah, I don't know what. Maybe that's like so. I'm terrible at like finishing off jobs around the house. So I've got a fence which is currently half put up. I've got like 1 million like pictures to hang up
Yeah.
for my mother-in-law. But I just keep saying, "Oh yeah, I'll do that," and I've
Yeah.
never got around to it. So maybe those are all my unfinished.
She doesn't listen to the podcast, does she?
No,
Oh,
no.
I was going to say, you might be a bit cross.
No, well, but by the time this comes out,
She probably has, yeah.
hopefully I've put them all up. But
Yeah.
chances are I probably will have. So yeah, maybe
Okay.
that's I'm
Yeah.
preparing for that.
You need to finish those jobs before you kind of move on.
How about you? What
Well,
have you gone
see,
for?
Now, I found it quite tricky because I didn't really like either idea,
No.
but I have decided, so don't worry. And I have gone, in the end, for the same as you. I've gone for being a ghost. But my initial thought was, does that mean I have to die? Because that's quite bleak, isn't it?
That is quite bleak.
So I've gone slightly off-piste.
I guess traditionally yes, but for the sake of the argument, if that helps you get past the grimness of death, let's go for it. It's more of like an out-of-body experience.
That's kind of what I was hoping for in a way, because I'm very conscious, as I said to you before we started recording, my answer is a little bit bleak. So the reason I went for being a ghost is because there are times when, so I suffer quite badly with my mental health and depression to some extent. And there are times when I want to hide from the world a bit. And I think it would be awesome if I had this kind of ghost feature so that those days I could disappear.
Ah, I see.
And still maybe go around my day, but people might not necessarily know I'm there.
So almost like a
It's almost like the invisibility cloak in Harry Potter, that kind of...
Yeah, so like your physical self could be sort of like just in bed or just like
resting or something.
Resting, just on the sofa, TV on, eyes closed kind of thing. So if anybody came past, they'd be like, he's just having a nap.
Exactly.
But
my spirit me could be off doing...
Pop into Asda.
Yeah, exactly.
Or more exciting things, maybe.
Well, I don't go to Asda often, but I just kind of thought I could use it as a sort of cloaking feature. And maybe people would start to pick up on it and be like, oh, hang on, he's disappeared. He must be, having a bit of a downtime. Not that they necessarily need to do anything, but it makes it easier.
Yeah, just pop out for a bit.
To talk about those kind of things. But also I just thought it would be quite cool to be able to do that, to just disappear, but still be present, but not present, if that makes sense.
Maybe, and this may be going too deep, maybe that's what happens when people zone out. It's
quite possibly,
your mind wanders, and they're I don't know, they're at Alton Towers, just like
that's true, yeah.
So like in a weird parallel universe, their ghost self is off.
Yeah, I've never thought of it like that.
Batman fighting crime, and
I would love that. I'd love that
afterwards.
Maybe that's when like I have panic attacks and stuff. It's my ghost trying to get out.
Maybe.
Maybe I need to embrace that more and just let it out. But yeah, I think I would just kind of use it for cloaking. And the reason I didn't want to go with the, having a ghost in the house that everyone can see except you is a little bit like you said. I'd find that really annoying. But also, I'd worry it would become a bit isolating because people would be like, I don't want to go over to Nathan's house because there's Dave, the old yogurt angry ghost.
Yeah.
And it might put people off coming.
Yeah.
And I feel like my cheery disposition does that already without the need for a ghost.
Oh, here he is again with his Muller corner.
Yeah, exactly. With this wildlife tube and the joke on it or whatever. Yeah. But I just feel like it might be a bit isolating. But also, like you say, I think it would just be really irritating because even if they're just moving things, I'd find that really frustrating. Because I quite like to have things, contrary to what it may look like, Jack, I quite like to have things in a set way, and I think that would just irritate me.
Having a ghost just hang around and be like...
Yeah.
Be like someone's guffed in a room. Just can't air it out.
Yeah. You can't see it, but you know it's there. You can feel its presence. Yeah, so that was really my only argument in terms of wanting to be a ghost. I don't think I would haunt people, really, because I feel that that's a bit too cliched and kind of overdone. One thing I have put, actually, is, and it's a little bit, I guess, like what you were saying about being like a ghost medium, is would I be able to see like loved ones and friends and stuff that have passed on?
Ooh.
Could you reconnect with them? Because I thought that might be quite cool thing to do.
Yeah, that'd be quite nice, I think, all in all. That'd be quite, let's say you could,
Because I thought that would be really cool, not just for my own personal, like, benefit, so to speak, but like for people who understandably are saying, I wish I knew that they kind of gone on to a better place and that they're doing okay.
Just
I'd love to be able to be
yeah.
like, oh yeah, Derek's fine. He's loving how things are, loving the new place. You know what I mean? Like,
you should see him. He's got all of the Muller corners.
He's got yogurts aplenty. He loves it up there. But you know what I mean? Like, it would be, obviously it doesn't change the grieving process, but I feel like it would make people feel a bit more comfortable.
Yeah.
If they knew that there was that connection.
Yeah, just, as you said, be able to have that ability to...
But then I don't know, the issue with being like an on-off ghost, or like an interim ghost, if you like, is how do you switch back? How do you de-ghost? I don't know how it would...
So I'm imagining on like... when I've seen this on like TV or something, and a ghost kind of like rises up out of somebody, and they're like the body's just kind of left there. When they go back to it, they just kind of get back into the same position. So if we were sat now, I'd just sit on my own lap.
Yeah.
And be back to square one. So quite a nice simple on-off kind of thing. I mean, that would be a bit frustrating.
Yeah.
Because it'd be like when you nip to the shops and you come out and you can't remember where you parked your car. Yeah. Imagine like you've gone ghosting for the day.
Yeah.
And it's been a full-on day, really, really long, and then you get back to me like, where did I? I'm sure it was over here. No.
Yeah.
And you have to sort of backtrack the whole day to remember where you've left yourself.
But can ghosts like teleport? Like, are they speed travelers? Like, because like you say about retracing your steps to find yourself again to de-ghost, could you do that quickly, or would you literally have to go like minute by minute back, retracing yourself to find yourself? There's a question in there somewhere, Jack. I'm not really sure what it is, but
I think you'd have to. I don't think they can like travel. Like,
what are the perks? What are the perks of ghost travel? Like, is there?
I think it's flying.
That's what, or hovering, I guess.
Yeah,
but and I don't really like flying because I don't really like heights. Yeah. So I guess.
Well, you can kind of like float around at ground level.
Yeah, true. That's a bit sad, though, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, no, that's okay. It's all right.
Yeah.
Just kind of like, just bob up and down.
Would people be able to see me though? I know. Like, that sounds like a stupid question as a ghost, but I mean, like, would people see the sort of cartoon style ghost of me, or would they just see things moving? If you know what I mean.
I don't know. I think you can make yourself appear, can't you?
Yeah.
So you can be an invisible ghost.
Yeah.
Or you can make yourself appear to people.
Okay.
So I think you'd have to. Well, maybe that answers your being able to disappear sort of thing. Like,
No, that does
like
actually.
even if being a ghost is still a little bit too much, you can just like, right, now this I need
Yeah,
to
I need a
need-
complete day of not being there.
turn myself invisible because then like if you're making yourself visible, people might still come up to you and be like, oh, can you give us a hand, like, I don't know, shifting this wardrobe? You'd be like, I can't. Like, if I try and pick it up, it's just going to go straight through me. So. But if you were invisible, they wouldn't ask you at all because they wouldn't know.
They wouldn't know I was there. That's cool. I'd quite like that, I think.
Yeah, I think that's a good solid answer.
Yeah.
Just being able to just switch off and popping in and out. Yeah, an interim ghost would be quite
Like
good.
a part-time ghost. I wouldn't want to do it full-time.
And maybe that is where you get the whole unfinished business thing.
Yeah.
Because maybe like you're allowed to nip back to your physical self.
Yeah.
To get those jobs done, to put those pictures up.
Yeah, and then nip off again.
Yeah.
When things get too much. I like that. I suppose we should look at the other option because we have both gone for the same. I really struggled to see a benefit to there being a ghost in your house that you can't see and everyone can. Can you think of any actual genuine reason why that would be a good thing?
I guess comfort for the other people in your house when you're out and about. Like if you're away for like a day or so.
Yeah.
Maybe you've got someone else to, watch telly with.
Yeah, but famously, when you're looking for comfort, ghost doesn't crop up like. I don't know if it makes it onto my list. I'm not sure about yourself.
Yeah,
but
bottom 10 probably.
So it is on your list because it wouldn't even feature on mine. Like comfort ghost. No, not keen. But
yeah, it'd be a bit useless, really.
yeah, I don't think there is a benefit. I honestly don't think there's a benefit to.
Nah. Yeah, and again, well, if they did have unfinished business, and it was unfinished business that you'd ask them to do, like if I was a ghost and I was around my mother-in-law's house and she knew that I had unfinished business, but I was still a ghost, she'd be annoyed that I was just hanging around and not cracking on. Yeah. So, maybe that's ghosts useless.
Yeah, just not really useful.
Yeah. No. Oh, that's settled that.
Yeah.
Call up Most Haunted.
Yeah, get them over.
Whatever. Right. Get rid of your hour-long program.
Yeah.
Useless. Right. We're here in the haunted manor in blah 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 land, and there's a ghost that's been haunting it since 1870. Just walk straight in. Right. You've been here for 150 years.
Yeah.
What have you done?
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Sort your life, sort your past life out.
Yeah. Hey, that would be quite fun. You could have a bit of fun with Most Haunted, though.
Yeah.
If you were a ghost, you just crop up and be like, actually, let's be honest. It's just the sound guy moving stuff.
Yeah.
Pack up, get out.
Yeah. Off you
There
go.
you go. Disappear.
Literally disappear.
Yeah.
Wonderful. All right. Well, we've both
We've both
settled
got
on
the
the same.
So, how do we?
I think that goes to the traditional and omnipresent, almost like a ghost in a way. Coin flip.
It does. I don't have a coin.
I have a coin. I can see a memory card in this box.
Are you gonna? Should we go
Has
memory card flip
has a
instead?
sticker on one side and
Okay.
printed information on the other side. Would you like the sticker side up?
I would like the sticker side up, please, sir.
Okay, right. The old traditional memory card.
I'm ready for this. Oh, it's gone well.
That's not bad.
That was a good flip, that.
It's quite coiny. Right. Sticker side up. You've won a point.
Nice. Right.
You are running away with these points. So while Nathan writes these down,
yes,
we're going to pass back over to the human overhaul robotics scoring engine.
Beautifully said.
The horse.
Hello, it's me again, the glorified calculator known as the horse. It really boggles the mind, or in my case scrambles the circuits, to wonder how can Jack lose so many of the coin tosses. It's literally chance, mate, have a word. After all of the it's 28-23 in favor of Nathan.
Thank you, horse. Great job. Great job.
Should probably think of a full name.
I think we should, yeah.
Like duck-sized horses.
Duck-sized horses, yeah.
Scoring engine system. All right, so we've got the extra S. We just need to add the extra bits.
We need to get the rest of it in. But thank you to the horse for now.
Right. Got some other little bits of admin to do before we wrap up.
Yeah, just if you want to get in touch with us, and maybe this is your first episode and you're wondering how to do that, well, we can hand over to Sim, who's all across the socials, so let's do that now.
Hello, my name's Sim Corty, and I've known these guys since they were just two buffoons talking nonsense to each other in a darkened room. And now look at them. You can contact the podcast on Twitter at DSH Podcast. On Facebook, search Duck-Sized Horses, or email them ducksizedhorsespodcast@gmail.com.
Thank you, Sim.
Cheers, Sim. And he is a proper person. None of this robotic AI stuff.
Not a robot, not a ghost.
No.
An actual
human,
person.
an actual person. Well, he was last time I saw him. He may have changed since.
He's been sat in the corner eating yogurt this whole time now.
Yeah. Your keys have moved.
Oh, no.
Right, I think we're done.
We're done. All right, off haunting.
Let's go.
This podcast is part of BritPodScene, an independent network of uniquely British podcasts that's always growing. Check out BritPodScene.com or BritPodScene on Twitter to find out more.